Good evening, Pastor Brendan Glass here, and I hope that you all are enjoying your holidays. I know I'm having an amazing holiday with family and friends, and on this holiday, I'm excited to share a little word with you. Normally, we would have watch night services. I know we have not had one since COVID started in 2020, and we just haven't decided to go back. We like letting people have community with their friends and family on this day. But I do have a message. I have a word that God, I believe, wants you to hear for the new year, and to encourage you. But also, I know it was God because it came to me in a dream. And I know it's a word that was for me, but also for those who I lead and teach. Let me tell you about this dream, y'all. It was crazy. So in this dream, I was in a foreign country. I think I was in a Middle Eastern country. I don't know if I was touring, but it was a mission trip, but I was with a lot of people that I knew. And at one point in time in the dream, we all got on these boats. And they were like individual boats. Everyone had their own little boat. And it was like a jet ski, but bigger. But we all had our own boats, and we're in the ocean, not a lake. We're in the ocean. I mean, there's nothing out there, and we're just going. And then it's like nerve wracking and like, what are we doing out here? Where are we going? And then we get to a place where it's like all these boats in the middle of the water. It was like a port in the middle of the water, boats everywhere, businesses on the water, all kinds of stuff happening. It was insane. So I stopped my boat, and everyone stops their boat, and people start to get separated because of so many people are around. And I park my boat and I get out and I'm trying to find where everybody is. I was a part of my group. I couldn't find anybody, and I go back to my boat and my boat is gone. So I'm out in the middle of the water. Oh, I thought it was water, but later in the dream it wasn't water. I get separated from my group, and not only I get separated from my group, I lose my boat, and my phone was on the boat. So I had nothing in a foreign country, and I'm walking around because, like I said, we're at this little port area. And that's when the dreams are weird. It kind of shifted a little bit. And I'm like, does anybody speak English? Anybody speak English? Nobody speaks English. Nobody speaks a word of English. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I'm like, I need someone to speak English. And then one guy pointed in the direction. Y'all know dreams are weird. So now all of a sudden I'm not on the water anymore. Now I'm on land. He's like, point in the direction, like, go down there. So I'm thinking, okay, there's like a business down there or some American embassy down there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go down here. I don't know where I'm at. They just said go in this direction. So I'm just gonna walk and see what happens. So I'm walking, and every time I see someone, do you speak English? Do you speak English? Do you speak English? And no, nobody speaks English. So then finally I'm in like this little neighborhood. It actually looks like a neighborhood in Akron or Cleveland. And I see an African-American gentleman sitting on a porch, and I'm like, Lord Jesus, please. And I say, hey man, do you speak English? And he says, I got you. Come here, what you need. And I told him what the story was. He's like, man, I got a phone. We're going to help you find your phone. We're going to get you in touch with your people. And everything worked out in the dream. And, I'm the type of person, when people ask me about dreams, I tell people all the time, a lot of times there are messages in the dream, but sometimes the message is not in the dream, but how we act in the dream or how we respond in the dream. And I was praying about this dream, and I was thinking about it, and God was like, I want you to think about how you carried yourself in the dream. And I'm like, There was a little bit of angst, but I did not have a panic attack. There was a little bit of stress, but I was not overwhelmed. In this particular dream, I was actually cool. I was calm the entire time. And the Lord just kind of spoke to me, why do you think that was? And I was like, because I knew it was going to work out. I knew it was going to work out. Like, I was calm because I knew everything was going to work. I knew one way or another I was going to be okay. I knew that this situation, this circumstance was going to work out and it was going to be fine. And the Lord said, that's your message. That's your message. And even beyond that, I felt that's the message for a lot of people. What would life look like if we walked into every circumstance knowing we're going to come out a winner? How would that impact us as we walk through that circumstance? Here is what my challenge is to myself and to everyone who listens to my teaching, listens to my ministry. In 2025, let's try to have the discipline to believe what God says when He says you're going to be okay. It's going to work out. You're fine. You're not condemned. You are loved. You're blessed. You're beloved. All my plans I have for you are laid out. The steps of the righteous man are ordered. You're going to be fine. You're going to live. You're going to prosper. You're going to be healed. You're going to be blessed. Your family's going to know my name. Like, what if we walked around the entire year knowing it's going to work out? Then you're going to be in foreign lands like I was, with all the disadvantages against you, but you'll still have your calm, your peace on the inside because you know it's going to work out. Let's try that, y'all, for 2025. Let's try believing God that everything is going to work out for our good, for those of us who love Him, and are called according to His purpose. Meditate on that for the new year, y'all. And for those of you who are part of Span Ministries, I have more to say about the new year this coming weekend. But for the rest of us, let's believe God. It's going to work out. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be okay. It's going to come out on top. God bless you. Love you.